What's up, everybody? What's going on? I'm Jose RPM's the Ironworking Gear here with Heavy Steel and High Rods, and today we're headed back to the substation in Corpus Christi, Texas. I have a whole bunch of all thread out there in the back of the truck right now and some tubes of epoxy because unfortunately some J-bolts weren't installed and I got to go hightail it back over there to the guys, let them have this so they continue working. We can see some progress. Let's go. Well, I have all the all thread that's going to be used for the through bolts and for the anchor bolts. Got the epoxy, but first and foremost, before I get on the road, I got a 2.5 hour drive over there to the guys. They got some stuff to do in the time being that they're going to be waiting for me. But what I do need to do for sure is go to Home Depot right now and pick up an SDS rebar eater drill bit, a 1-inch drill bit. If I can find a 1 1/8, that's going to be perfect. I don't really want a 1-inch because then we're going to have to be doing some work to make it a little bit bigger than the actual all thread itself. The all thread itself is 1 inch. So I'm going to look for about a 1 3/16, 1 1/8. If I can find a rebar eater, that's cool, as long as it has the butt end is an SDS, that way it can fit in a hammer drill. But let's go to Home Depot right now. We're not too far from there. Pick that up and then we'll be on the way on the road. Okay, so here you go. 1 1/8 by 16 SDS. So we're gonna go ahead and pay for this. It'll be about $75. Let's go. All right, everybody, we made it out here to the substation in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm gonna go over there and see how everybody's doing on the job site. We got the threaded rods right here, plain and galvanized. We got the epoxy inside of here. Got the nuts and washers, and we also have the bit right there. Let's go check out Mr. Jackson, El Presidente, and see how everything's rocking and rolling. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of walkthrough. We got the boys doing some drilling over there right now.
Weld right here.
Okay, let's take a look at that weld. See how Roel was doing. Ain't too bad. Ain't the best, but ain't the worst.
We had to cut our joist back on these three to get them tucked inside the wall.
Yeah, so they're not protruding through.
And then we pushed them down and welded them out.
Is that a shim one or something?
No, this one right here was fine.
Okay. I can put a whole moment weld on that one, huh?
Yeah, the embed must have been crooked.
Yeah.
The shoe was bent up and they
You're
didn't.
gonna have to finish that weld on this side though.
Oh, they didn't get it?
No. Missed the weld on that one.
Alright.
That ain't not too big though. It's a fast one.
Good call. As you come down through, you're going to get to joist number 7 and you'll see that embed inspection.
Okay. Cool. Hey, well,
Alright, so we had to bush all that down so that we could get that plate level with the other one. He just finished that actually. I sent him back to work on it this morning.
Okay.
So he probably spent 3 hours on it this morning.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
And this is the one that got closed in.
Yeah.
I think those boys are hollering at you.
Hey!
So this one is one of the change orders they ended up closing in. Is this where the one that was protruding through?
Yeah. This here had that flange up top.
Had the flange too, so they cut the flange out, made sure they were able to close it up.
Here, you come here and you stand. You look down this wall and you'll see
Has a belly.
there's a pretty major bow in it, right? For me to get my deck to bear over there, because I'm squaring off the outside wall, right? There's my control.
Yeah.
I had to cut the edge off of my deck,
Oh, I get you.
right? So that I could slide it out, and you can see what we have here. When you look down there, you've probably got an inch and a little bit right there, right?
Yeah.
And then as you ease down through here, by the time you get down here, you can't see it, but we know that the high is 4 inches, right? So right there's the edge of the high that I got screwed through. So right there's the bust down here. Right there's the bow. Plus, you can see how tight it is in the corner. Plus this right here. So it's probably about 3.5 inches.
The actual fastening of the decking, they did follow the pattern though, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because that's one thing they will check is the pattern.
Yeah, they screwed the shit out of it, okay?
Hey, you told me they did like double, right? So.
Yeah, that's down there on that end.
Okay, and then they had a transition fastening right there.
Yes.
Okay. And then that was the other change order over there. Let me get rid of that. That's where the ladder's gonna eventually go. This is the other one that they ended up closing in for the roof drains. Those masons, they still got quite a bit.
But they did bust their ass, and they give me that. And they did that right there in 2 days, basically, to get Sunday, you know what I mean?
Yeah, badass. So they're getting it, they're getting it. So this back section is obviously done. It looks good to me. I don't got no complaints. I saw just a couple welds back there that they should have done. Well, one weld. This right here that he was calling out on that edge, I'm not real worried about it. That inconsistency on this wall, that bow, because this is going to take a torch down roof. So inevitably we're not pouring on top of this decking anyway. So it's going to take foam and a layer of that torch down stuff. So TPO roofing. So I'm not real concerned about that. We'll take you guys over there to go look at the garage next, because this is the first section they worked on. Now we'll go take a look at the garage. This is the garage section. Obviously they're gonna end up having to tie some rebar to these Nelson studs, and then the bricklayers will inlay all of their brick and fill the cells up. And at that point they'll go ahead and start hammer drilling all these anchors in. Can't do anything about that right now. These will be a continuous joist coming from the next side, tying it into this wall right here. That's why you have those little cutouts. And actually the guys are working on hammer drilling right now on that side. The majority of this garage is pretty much done for the meanwhile. They can't do anything else until we get the north side done, and then those bricklayers that you guys saw over there on the northwest side backtrack over here to this side and finish this up. Then they can go ahead and do all the little miscellaneous stuff in here, K-braces and angle irons, anchoring the angle irons and all that good stuff. You can see the boys are using that rebar eater to go ahead and get all the joist seats put into place, those brackets. They'll be used with this all thread that I brought today and this epoxy that I picked up from Mid-Valley Bone Supply. So they'll be using this to set them. There's all the hardware. They'll get those cut. It should be a pretty slam dunk. Get the rest of the steel hung inside of this area. Boys are going to lunch. It's gonna be a whole lot of detail work in here for today, but we're coming up on the holidays anyway. They got one more day before the 24th. So right now they're struggling a little bit. There's some rebar in here they're gonna have to keep working with, but that's a rebar eater. It's a really good bit. So they got to take their time with it, not let it get too hot, and it should be just fine. But here in a second, they'll be getting all these clips in there, getting them epoxy down, and then there's a little bit of beam work that they got to do, hanging some structural steel on this side that Andrew thinks he can try to get to today if it doesn't give these masons too much heartache, which I don't presume it will. So he's going to try and get over here and fly these beams in, which I would be pretty beneficial for them. And if not, then at least they'll get the joist seats up. Some of these through bolts that they got to get cut right here as well, because they're in 3-foot sections. They got to get cut down to 1 foot and a 6 1/8. He'll work on that here shortly as well. But yeah, it looks to be going pretty good. Honestly, I would like the production up just a little bit, but a lot of the holdback doesn't have anything to do with my guys. A lot of what's holding them back is we're on the heels of these brick masons. So as you guys can see behind me, they got a whole lot of courses that they still got to go up. I don't know, I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courses they still got to get up there, and then we can get our steel inside, and then they got to come back, double back, and get the rest of the courses up. But it's going, you know. At the end of the day, we just got to keep on keeping on, keep marching forward, don't look back, and let's count yesterday's money, like I always say. Not too much left to do. A lot of joists, plenty of decking, and plenty of detail work. There's a lot of K-braces that need to get welded in here, and a lot of bridging that needs to get stuffed. But as long as we get all hands on deck in the next couple days past this these holidays, we should be in the clear. We should be a pretty slam dunk, like El Presidente says all the time. So I'm pretty excited about this stuff. As you can see, they're working right here behind me. Hopefully they can get most of this stuff done in the next couple days. So that's going to be the update for this project, guys. As you can see, they've done all this back section. Got a pretty good amount done. The HVAC guys have come in here already and started getting their hangers put up. All the little tie downs and stuff like that for their duct work. You saw the garage earlier, like I showed you. There's still a little bit of miscellaneous still to be done with that back there, as per tying in this next wall into this new side of the building. But the next couple days, if they can get this stuff done here, then whenever they come back from vacation from the holidays, they can jump into this next section, which should not be a problem with me. I'm pretty excited. It's looking good. Y'all already know the drill. Y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, comment down below. Share these videos with anybody that might like steel erection, anything like that. Don't look back unless you counted yesterday's money. Stay blessed, stay grateful. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.